Hey everyone, it's been quite a while since I was in front of the camera, and I said in the end of last year that I was going to be in front of the camera a lot more and climb more, and that I'm back from all the injuries. And this video was originally planned to go out in January, but a lot of things happened and then it kind of continued to happen throughout this year. So this is like an 8-month project in a way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw it back to Eric in January, and he will take you to the start of kind of this journey in a way, and then hopefully by the end of it you'll understand why I've been gone, and then maybe also a bit excited for what the future could be like. So I'll kick it back to Eric in January.
So in the last video I was in, I tried to sand my first white grader problem in Momo, and that's been my goal for the last 2 years, and I had 3 weeks to try and sand it before they would take it away. So all my training and focus during those 3 weeks was to sand the problem, and I really believed I would have enough time to sand it. But as you saw in the video, I was really close to get that sand, but I always fell on the last hard move before the jog. So when I didn't do that boulder, I definitely felt disappointed in myself. But after a few days of thinking over the whole project, I kind of realized how much improvement I had made during those 3 weeks of effort. And if I would like to sand a white problem in the future, I just have to keep training, and I mean, eventually, that will happen. Right now, we're actually in the middle of January, and I haven't climbed for the last 2 weeks because I took a really strange fall and I rolled my ankle on this purple boulder that you're seeing here. So the goal is to jump between these 2 pinches that you can see to the last hole, which is a jug. And I've trained my balance a lot on these kind of problems over the last 4 years. And if I don't do this, my balance kind of regresses and I get more injured over time. So it's like a necessary evil that I have to do it. Okay, so this pinch here is quite good. But when I land in it, I start like slipping instantly. Like it's a fight to hold it. It becomes kind of stressful. Well, I need some hype words.
All right, let's do it. Oh, fucking, come on, dude.
Okay, let's do this. Yeah. 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 Nice! I want to try it now without this, because the dream would be to do it with this one. So, okay, I rest a little bit and then we try to do it again. Oh my! Oh shit! I hit my knee on the way up, so I like moved backwards. Oh shit! And when it comes to these kind of problems, I really want to do the Crocs multiple times so I can kind of get that extra training in. Because it's hard to find these boulders where it's like the perfect level of difficulty. Yes! Victory!
It's like no hesitation.
Yeah, I don't know what to, I'm like, yeah, I don't know what to. Okay, so since the purple now is done, there is the last move on the blue boulder that I've also tried. It is like very balancy, low percentage, have to face some fear there. Yeah, so the goal is to get into this blue. Never done it before, and you have, I don't know if Theo can see it, but it's a hole down here. And it's kind of in-cut but slopey. And you also, like, the feet aren't good, and you're gonna have to use the friction of the wall a little bit. I haven't been close on this move, but so far it's been good this session, so I mean, it could happen today as well. Yeah, then it's very limited. I tried very hard.
You jumped down.
Yeah. Oh, good. And a lot of you have asked if I can explain how it feels to climb with these issues. I think the best way to describe it, since I don't remember what normal climbing feels like anymore. And in this way, I think a lot of you can relate to what I'm trying to explain also. So it feels like you're really tired mentally, like you've trained for hours, and you're trying to make a really hard move, and you can feel that your body's having a hard time to keep up with the position you're in. So at that point, you know, you really start to focus up, you start thinking a lot more about your body position on the wall, and then what part of your body is going to create the most stability for the next move. And that's kind of how I feel from the beginning when I step on the wall. And this really affects like my flow state in climbing. Like I can't climb in a flow state with these kind of issues. So the way that I've kind of built up my balance system, the kind of ground up throughout all these years, is that I just try to make like the most logical decisions that I can make for each position I'm in, and really think about each muscle group that I would need, how my shoulder is contracting to my glutes and to my back. I have to think all the time. That's also what you can see here on the purple when I hold the last jog. You can see that when I land in it, my eyes kind of go upwards, my head is going backwards, and I'm not really sure where I am. So in that position, I'm just trying my best to kind of snap back in control. You know, the harder I push myself, the more dizzy I become. So it's really tricky to find the right way through all these boulders. But you need to have confidence, otherwise it won't work. Because if I start second guessing myself, that's where injuries happen, that's where failure happens, and I just need to be confident. Confidence is so important. So at this point I was like, okay, should I find a white boulder that I can get, like kind of do that 2-year project and pursue that again? Or should I continue training the balance and get ready for me and Emil going to Font? But then me and Emil decided like, okay, we should go back to one of my favorite boulders, Olivia, and just get some climbing done outside, just feel it out before we go to Font. So that's where we're picking up right now.
What up? What up? I guess I should tell you the story about this specific boulder. This boulder is called Olivia, and this boulder means a lot. I started trying this boulder 3 years ago, and there's one specific move I've never been able to do with the balance. But if I this year manage to do that move, then that means there's gonna be like a whole different reality in a way. Like I always felt if I do that move and I do Olivia, then like the road to Jack's broken heart is like a realistic one. Because then it's like I will have managed to overcome that like limitation. It's a special one. I think most people think it's like it's just a chassis 7B, but to me it's a very beautiful and special 7B. So today I'm gonna see if I can make any kind of progress on like the impossible move.
So the impossible move that I'm talking about is this high heel hook that you can see Cordelia is doing right now. And this move really messes with my balance a lot. So when I'm hanging and trying to do that transition, it always makes me feel really dizzy. And I've never been able to find a way through kind of that position, because my head would always start spinning and I just was unable to move. And then the classical thing happened, as always. I managed to finally do that move, that 3-year dream. But then the camera had stopped recording on those attempts, so I don't have that footage. I do have this clip where the camera picked up again, and you can see that I'm doing moves from the heel hook. It's really hard and I'm really struggling, but that is like, that is that dream come true moment.
So you guys have been watching from a rock, so I thought we was going to do some update, because there's been some major widths. So, as you've seen in the video, like this, I've been able to do this now, but like the ultimate dream was to be able to get to this point. Because even here in the past, I've been like really struggling with the balance, to like keep it together. So what we realized is like, these days I lack the finger strength to hold a shitty crimp here. So now I need to know that I just need to get stronger. Yeah. So it's a big win. I told Emil before, it's like, damn, I waited so long for this, and I, you know, pictured in my head there was going to be this cinematic experience where like the purpose of life was like, I knew it then. But now it's like, oh, it's quite mellow, it's nice. But I think when I get home and I digest it a little bit, I'll realize what a big day today is. But I'm gonna try the middle part, and I'm thinking if I should try the end and really scare Emil to death and myself.
Horror.
So we'll see.
Ja, kom igen. Ja, snyggt. Kom igen.
Okay.
Nice. Hey, buddy. Nice. Jag är med. Kom igen. Ja. Mannen, kom igen. Ja, kom igen. Ja, kom igen.
So the attempts on the top part of Olivia felt better than I expected actually. And it also felt really good to go out and push the balance outside before I went to font.
Yeah, so end of the first session of Olivia of 2024. Big progression today. So, you know, this will lead into me and Emil going to font. So I'm going to get a lot more training. And once we come back from font, we're going to go back to Olivia. And I think this year is just going to be a lot of outdoor climbing. So I'm really excited. I'm going to learn from the master, Emil Abramson.
Now we're in Fontainebleau with Emil and Brandon, and this is what I've been preparing myself for the last 4 years. The training I've done, both mentally and physically, to be able to go outside and really test myself and see what I'm capable of, see what's possible. And yeah, I quickly realized that on the first day of the trip, I lost my balance, as always, and I injured both my ankles.
So we have this here. Okay, and this is from a sprained ankle.
Yes, a cocktail of sorts, and then I need to take here as well. And then this one.
What, on both?
Yeah, but I sprained both.
Yeah, but they're equal. Like kind of.
And then that's
there, I guess. Wow, that's really, really weird.
Yeah. You know, over the day, I started to like really realize what had happened, because as I mentioned earlier, like this is 4 years of effort and work and preparation, and this didn't even last me 24 hours on the climbing trip. So that was heartbreaking on every level of life. The 2 first days I could barely walk, but we had a lot of filming, we had a lot of work planned for Emil and Brandon and myself, and I've been looking forward to this kind of work for a long time. So I called my physio and asked him for advice. He believed I had partially torn tendons in my feet and my ankles. He was like, you know, really pay attention to what you're walking on and what you're standing on, and then keep an eye on the amount of swelling you get each day. Hearing that, like, it definitely worried me. To me, like, I decided to keep working and take that risk of like injuring myself more to be able to make these climbing films that we're working on. And that's what we did. We got some really special films that is going to get released over the next month, and you know, I'm really happy I made that choice to keep working, even though it was a high risk of injury. Over the course of those 10 days, you know, I had a lot of time to think about what I was doing with my life. And I was standing on boulders, I was walking a lot, and if the boulders had like a slight angle, like I started to feel like I was in real danger in a strange way. I had no confidence in myself at all. And at that point, it's like I started to talk myself out of ever climbing again or committing to this much training and preparation that I've done in the last 4 years. Because it felt so silly to be at this point where I am now. And I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Like I keep getting injured all the time. At what point, you know, are you gonna throw in the towel? But I realized it was more that I was like feeling sorry for myself. I also realized like if I have no confidence in myself and my abilities, at some point I have to test myself or prove to myself that I am capable. So for me, it's like, if I leave font without doing that, you know, I'm not sure how long it's going to take me to kind of get back that confidence in myself. And also, if I'm just going to hang in a climbing gym for a year, like, it's not going to do me any good. For me, it's like, I want to go back to the boulder that I injured myself on. Even if I injure myself even more, like, it's worth the mental win to do moves on that boulder or top it out. So on the last day of the trip, the weather looked really good, and I could actually, you know, give that final push in a way. So during the warm-up, I tried to jump and see how my feet like felt, and they felt a little bit worse than I had hoped for. So I decided like I can't do the jump move on the boulder. You can see me, Emil here, power spotting me up. Give me 2 seconds. I need to orient myself here. Okay, but wait, I just realized the foot hurt when I pressed. I need to figure out this. Okay, so I'm that one. Yeah. Ow, my left foot actually really hurt. Oh. The foot is looking a lot better now than it did a couple days ago. So maybe there is a chance to do some of the moves on the top. So I decided then I should start in the Croc section on these 2 pinches and see if I can keep it together and see if I can top out the boulder. Because for me, like the last part of the boulder is it's very difficult and it's high risk. Nice. Yeah, sorry. I kind of bent the foot a little bit, but it's fine. That was a little bit more. Yeah, I kind of messed up the risk calculation there. But I can give it a few more goes. But if I do that again, if I'm that stupid again, we'll have to call it a day. Right. Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh, I remember the crimp was crimp felt real far away today. I wonder why. I'm not sure why the hole that I'm going to, as I remembered it, felt very much closer. But I think this time, since I'm having a harder time relying on the right leg, I need to roll over more and really do it. The previous try, I got nervous straight away. Like I didn't do the job that I needed to do mentally. I now know that. So I'm just going to visualize it and be very confident.
Nykter, kom in.
Yes! I nearly lost it there in the end with the mantle. I was like, just think of like bailing out, but I was like, no dude, it was like the last try here. Gotta be confidence. As I mentioned earlier in the video, it's like, I just need to be, you know, not necessarily strict on myself, but like respect myself a bit more. That I'm like, I am capable. Because there's always gonna be excuses and like logical reasons as I shouldn't really focus and try. But evidently, if I really do respect myself, then I can pull it off. So yeah, I can't. Yeah, feels good. Feels real good. I guess the crux is to get down from this boulder. Because it's like we lose pressure in the heels, then I just really fall.
Take your heels like legs down. Take your feet down closer to me, like so, and just press against me.
But remember, like I can't really bend the feet. That's the thing.
But I can press against this. Fine.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Just keep walking down. Come here, bro. Oh no, what happened?
I caught my heel on your booty and like twisted it. But it's fine though. Jesus Christ. That's a meme level shit right there. Yeah, amazing day. And I don't really know what to say more.
On to the next chapter.
So the day I got back home to Stockholm, I went to see Kalle over at Aloma straight away. He's the guy that always fixes my injuries. And he looked over the feet, and it did look like I have some partially torn tendons in my feet and ankles. So he told me to not climb for the next 2 weeks, and then once the swelling has gone down, we could look at a rehab protocol. I started the rehab in the beginning of April, and I thought it would be like a fast recovery. But I kept re-injuring the ankles and the feet because I lost balance. And it wasn't like nothing outrageous, it's just same kind of falling I've done throughout the years. But this time it's just with weak feet, yeah, it just became like a lot worse. You know, so that was really frustrating because it was hard to understand where the limit is. So on those days, those weeks, I was very angry. And I lost all motivation for starting the rehab over again. Through the last 4 years, when I've had periods like this one, when I like really struggled to start the rehab all over again, I've kept asking myself some questions, and they're a bit cheesy, but it is what it is. And I kept asking myself, you know, like, what could your life and climbing look like if you didn't quit? And also, like, imagine how grateful future Eric would be if you didn't quit. Imagine what kind of climbing you would do with your friends. Imagine the trips you would have. These are the questions and thoughts that I've had these last 4 years. I would spend time really thinking about that, take it serious. And then after you know, a couple of weeks of doing that, eventually I will always be psyched to restart the training and rehab again. I also want to say that many of you have helped me these last months. Because when Magnus released the video with me, Emil, Nick and him climbing together in the gym in Norway, you left some of the most encouraging and nice comments I've ever read underneath a video. And it's been really nice to know that a lot of you still cheer me on after all these years, and you're still waiting for me to, you know, return to climbing. You know, as you already know, this is a 8 months work of this video to just get back to where I was in the end of last year. So I needed those comments throughout these months to be like, man, people want me to succeed, they want me to enjoy my life, and yeah, so I just want to say a big thank you to all of you that wrote those nice comments. So throughout the spring, May, June, I just kept training, rehabbing to kind of get back to where I was. You know, after 3 months of spending a lot of time in the gym and doing that rehab, I was finally able to start climbing hard again. My ankles felt a lot better. And now we're in July, and I'm finally back in my original shape, maybe even a bit stronger than I was before all the injuries. And now I can finally try a white graded problem again. And it's actually this yellow crimpy line, actually made to be my anti-style, because it's kind of vertical and it's balanced, even very physical moves. And I've tried the Croc move over 20 times, and the beta that I use, I can't do it with the balance. It just doesn't work. So I've spoken to Matilda, and she's actually figured out a new beta for me that I should try. And if I do that Croc move, then I'll try sand the boulder. You know, if I manage to do that, I've managed then to do my 2-year dream. So today is a big day. We have the crew support. The classic. Where's go away?
Right, trying the single moves now. Let's see if you can remember. Does he remember to bump? Yes, he does. Sink back down. Right there. Right. That's the crux for Eric. Alright, last move. Come on. Can he commit? Oh my days.
Oh god. I get so nervous on the last move. Coach Matilda also. Okay, I guess it's time to test the first move. I haven't actually tested the first move. We'll see how hard it is. You stand here, go like this, Gaston, break over, toe hook around the corner, go in, and then you go up, and then you're dead points, or you land in between. I would like to do a dead point move, but I haven't managed that yet.
Okay.
So we'll see. Oh, nice! Actually feels better than I thought it would, because I have a little bit of an injured lat, so that's why I've been waiting with the first move. And it just hurts just a little bit, so I could have a few goes actually. Okay. I think maybe I'll commit to that. I have to pay the price a little bit, but it could be worth it.
That seems like it's the crux, right?
Yeah. Now, yeah, that would be the crux. Okay.
Okej, så nu ser du, tån är liksom sådär. Du måste upp så mycket på tårna där.
Ja.
Ja.
Okej.
Okej, kom igen. Kom igen. Ja.
Kom igen Erik! Kom igen Erik! Yes! Kom igen! Ja! One move away!
Yeah. We have Coach Söderlund does it again. Also Coach Jonathan does it also. It's a combination of the two. I had to really think about squeezing with the calves and the glutes, but also like go harder.
Dude, that was so good.
Okay, so we're gonna go for sand go.
One move at a time.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't think about anything else.
No.
Kom igen Erik. Ja. Kom igen, upp på sträck. Där ja. Kom igen. Skitbra. Kom igen. Come on Erik. Yes. Come on. Yes. Kom igen. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Oh, I can't believe it. Oh. Oh.
Yes. Your dream. Yes.
Oh shit. Oh. Oh, okay. The camera's nearly dying. Oh, can't believe it. It's finally happened. And I wouldn't have been able to do it with Matilda and everyone, Mickey, Dana. They've been helping me for weeks, it feels like now. Okay, I'll continue this at home because the camera's dying here. Oh, shit. Mina ben är helt spaghetti alltså.
Now you know what I've been up to. Yeah, it's been a long process, and I didn't want to, like, you know, do some comeback video that I've done so many times before and like give false promise in a way. So I just thought, like, you know, this would be done pretty fast, but then yeah, ended up being 8 months before I could give you like a solid, real update in a way. I mean, life is good. I actually was just in London like 2 weeks ago and did a bunch of collabs. I did a lot of climbing and a lot of filming, and I had some of the I had some really good climbing days that is gonna be in videos. Actually, Josh is gonna release a video on Sunday of me having like one of the best days in a long time. So I'm very excited to watch that video, but also that you guys can see how much fun me and Emil had with him and Jonathan Sin. Throughout all of this, obviously, as you saw in the video, it's like the filmmaking has definitely took like a hit this spring. Like, I just wasn't able to go out and film with these shitty feet. And it was like a close call in font, obviously, that, you know, I barely could film. Like, I love climbing. By the end of the day, like, I love filmmaking like the most. Like, I think I love filmmaking too much. like that's the only thing I think about, even, you know, 10 years into it, nearly. And like, I've done 800 videos now and I'm more psyched than ever. And then in 5 days, I'm releasing a film with Emil and climbing stuff that is one of my all-time favorite projects. So I'm very excited to show you that. Throughout this process, when I've shown you guys like stuff on Instagram or we talked about projects here on YouTube, a lot of you have been like, man, when are you gonna start a Patreon? Like, we wanna support it, we wanna have more of these films. Can you just sort this out, Eric? Because we wanna invest in you. And I felt like, okay, I need to go on these big trips. I need to see like what kind of injuries will happen to me before I really, you know, push the Patreon and like really commit to it. Because once again, like, I don't want to give any false hope or false promises that I cannot deliver on because of these health issues. But throughout everything I've gone through now the last 8 months, and even in Paris, that's kind of like the worst case scenario to like mess up both legs. I feel like the health issues is no longer like the limiting factor. So I can actually go out and do these projects that I've been kind of preparing for like the last 4 years. Like, I've studied every day for 4 years to like elevate my game to make something really, really special. So the Patreon is now live. I'm pushing it. I'm talking about it. Yeah, with more support, I can hire people for certain projects or maybe even all the time, and we can make something really, really special. Like, I have so many projects in the work right now. Obviously, the one is going to release in 5 days is like very special. And I put hundreds of hours into it. And that's how I want to do it. Like, I want to make special things. And then it's just going to be more and more films throughout the next months. And then you're going to see some work that I've done with Emil on his channel that I'm very excited for. I know he's very excited for it also. Yeah, like a lot of things are happening. I'm bombarding you with information now, but yeah, now you know everything between climbing and filmmaking. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for watching the video and staying this long. And then I'll see you in Josh's video on Sunday. So yeah, have a good one. Enjoy the weekend. I guess also get ready for the Olympics.